Welcome to Studio D in the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now here's your host, Jessica Cootie.
Hi, everyone, and welcome inside Studio D. Here's what we've got coming up for you tonight on Sooner Sports Pad. He has 10 touchdowns for the Sooners this season. His 55-yard touchdown run against Baylor is the longest by a quarterback in the Bob Stoops era. Yeah, you guessed it. Sophomore quarterback Blake Bell is here in studio. He's going to join us in just a little bit. It's Bedlam Week here in Norman. We'll preview the Sooners game against the Cowboys of Oklahoma State coming up this weekend. And Lauren and Drew will face off with the help of our fired-up studio audience. But first, it was a shootout in Morgantown this past weekend. It was the Sooners' first ever trip to West Virginia, and they made it a memorable one. Let's get you right to the highlights. Lots of them to show you. First quarter, Sooners opening drive. Landry Jones finds Trey Millard in the end zone for the 4-yard score. OU takes an early 7-0 lead. Moving to the second tied at 10, Jones finds Jalen Saunders across the middle. This guy is fast. He takes it 76 yards for the touchdown. Saunders' first touchdown as a Sooner. It's the longest touchdown pass by OU since 2010. Sooners up 17-10. With just over 2 minutes left in the first half, Damian Williams takes the handoff, finds a big hole. Nobody going to catch him. 48-yard touchdown run for Williams. Sooners take a 31-17 lead to half. Moving now to the third, this guy was a thorn in the Sooners' side all night. Tavon Austin takes it 74 yards for a Mountaineer touchdown. Austin finished with 344 rushing yards, the most ever by an individual against OU. He finished with 572 all-purpose yards, just 6 yards shy of the NCAA record. Still third, Jones fires to Kenny Stills, who makes the nice grab for an 11-yard score. That was Stills' second touchdown of the day, 38-24 Sooners. Austin's second touchdown coming up right here cuts OU's lead to 38-30. Mountaineers would cut the Sooners' lead to 38-36 on a Stedman Bailey touchdown. And here, Geno Smith's pass to Bailey in the back corner of the end zone gives West Virginia the 43-38 lead, but OU will respond. Jones finds Kenny Stills for the 7-yard touchdown. Kenny's third touchdown of the night gives the Sooners back the lead, 44-43, but this one far from over. With under 3 minutes left in the game, Smith goes deep, and it is Bailey once again, 40-yard touchdown, and the Mountaineers retake the lead 49-44. With under 24 seconds left to play, down by 5 on 4th down and 3 from the 5. Jones, they still touchdown Sooners. OU wins it 50-49. What a game. Jones finishing with a school record 554 passing yards with 6 touchdowns. Kenny Stills had an OU record with 4 touchdown receptions. The stats go on and on. Big win for the Sooners. From behind, how big was this win for you guys tonight?
Huge for us, huge for this program, huge for the Sooners. So these are the games that you'll always remember as a player, and just cherish these moments.
Huge. We knew it was going to be a dogfight to the end, and it just shows the character of the team.
I think it just shows our toughness and what we're capable of, and how we are as a team when it's all on the line.
Yeah, it's what you work for all off season. That's what you talk about all season. Just getting a shot like this, having to go back and forth, and the game being in our hands, and we took care of business today.
Up next for the Sooners, Bedlam returns to Norman after the past 2 matchups with the Cowboys have been played in Stillwater. This game has gained a lot of importance thanks to a Kansas State loss to Baylor. Both the Cowboys and Sooners right back in the Big 12 title race. Last season's 44-point blowout to the Pokes in Stillwater still lingering on the Sooners' mind, using that as motivation this week for this Saturday's game. The Oklahoma defense will face yet another explosive offense. Senior defensive end David King told me the Sooner D has got to pick it up this Saturday.
Well, they're another, high explosive offense. I think they lead the Big 12 in total offense. We just got to, do a much better job than the past 2 weeks. It's the third week in a row we've seen three high-powered offenses, and we haven't handled the first 2 as well. So we want to pick that up this week, and, with it being at home and being the last home game of the season. It's a rivalry game. It's a big game in, the state of Oklahoma. We've had success over the years, but last year, like I said, we went up there and they put it on us pretty good. So we just want to come in here and Saturday and just, play our football, play football the way we're used to playing, and put all the bad stuff behind us, and use the game as last year as motivation to go in this game on Saturday.
So first afternoon Bedlam matchup since 2009. Sooners and Cowboys kick off at 2:30. Time now to bring in my co-hosts Lauren Nevitt and Drew Farley together for the first time on Sooner Sports Pad.
Good experience.
Well, West Virginia was a really close game. Bedlam rivalry could be just as close.
Right, it could be. But the women's basketball
Probably
team.
not. It's okay.
The women's basketball team also had a close game last week, but didn't get so lucky.
What?
Aaron Ellenberg had a hot start last Wednesday in OU's home opener against the UCLA Bruins. The junior guard scored a team-high 24 points, including 20 in the first half, as Ellenberg was perfect on 6 three-pointers. But it just wasn't enough for the Sooners. The Bruins built up as much as an 18-point lead in the second half. Despite a big comeback attempt from OU, the Sooners were out-rebounded and overmatched in the paint. The Bruins came out winning 86-80.
Gotta get them boards.
But a loss doesn't stop the Sooners from playing their game. Number 11, Oklahoma, bounced right back and set a team record for the defense when they dominated St. Louis on Sunday. The Sooners led 40-10 at halftime, marking its fewest points ever allowed in a half. Nicole Griffin had a team-high 15 points, and Whitney Hand led the team in rebounds, steals, and assists. Sooners win 68-33. Next up, the Sooners travel to Honolulu for the Rainbow Wahine Showdown tournament. So
hitting the beach. Well, Lon Kruger and the Minnesota Hoops, they went down to Arlington for an early road test against the UTA Mavericks. Early on, what do we got here? We got Cam Clark with the pull-up jumper right there. Sooners started 2 for 18, pretty sluggish, but have no fear. Buddy's here with the 2. He hit, well, Sam Grooms missed shot 2 for 18, like I said. It's okay. UTA, they just out-hustled the Sooners early on. Not going well, but Buddy, there he is, getting the 2. And I'm telling you guys, Buddy, he's got range because here he is with a big 3. Sunk it, okay?
Look at that.
And that's not all he did because he also helped out his buddy Romero Osby, missing the 3. Who else? Buddy getting the putback and 1. And it wasn't over. The Isaiah Cousins, another freshman guard, getting it to Ahmad Mba. He was here a few weeks ago. Do you guys remember that? That big guy, he just drove it in and had his way with the UTA Mavs. But the Mavs, they make it a close game, tying it up 57-57 late in the second. But Steven Pledger, ice in his veins, sinks the 3. Sooners would go on to win 63-59. They're in action this Thursday against UTEP in the Old Spice Classic down in Orlando. So,
well, look at Buddy Hield doing some damage.
Buddy Hield, he's fun to watch.
Definitely.
Love that guy.
All right, great job, guys. Coming up next, Lauren and Drew are going to face off, and a little later, Blake Bell is here in Studio D. You won't want to miss a second of Sooner Sports Pad. We'll be right back right after this, I promise.
You're watching Sooner Sports Pad, better than the old Big 8.
I'm Ramon Mba, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
Check. Mic check. Hello, 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 hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. This is Ashley. She's a first-time audience member, guys. These catchphrases. Check.
I'm Ahmad Mbaye, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Ahmad Mbaye, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Ahmad Mbaye, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
Thank you, Ahmad Mbaye. Well, it's time for Sooner Sports Pad Face-Off. We all know the drill around here. 3 different topics, 3 different arguments, and then our audience is going to pick the winner. This is Ashley. She's a first-time audience member here tonight. She's got our first topic.
Was Landry's performance against West Virginia the best in Stoops' era?
By a quarterback, by an OU quarterback.
That's pretty good.
Okay, Lauren, ladies first tonight.
I have to say yes. Landry's performance against West Virginia was Landry being a Heisman contender. He completed 38 of 51 passes, set a school record 554 yards and 6 touchdowns. The true test came in the fourth quarter when West Virginia was at 49-44, less than 3 minutes to play. Obviously, people have seen Landry lose his cool in clutch situations, but he didn't do it this time. He stayed calm under pressure and threw with precision. He was able to get that 5-yard touchdown pass to Kenny Stills.
Good stuff.
4th and 3, 24 seconds left in the game. He played awesome.
Look, I get it. He career day for Landry. He beat his old best of last year against Kansas State. But that's the game I'm going to go with, is against Kansas State last year. Because let's be honest, it was against a better defense, and he still threw for over 500 yards. The numbers are lower than what they were against West Virginia. But let's look at this. 120th out of 120 teams in the country ranked in pass defense. Of course, the numbers are going to be a little inflated. So against a better defense, Landry put up similar numbers.
Our Sooner Sports Pad MVP is back with us. Chris, he has tonight's second topic.
Okay, is this the best wide receiver core that Oklahoma has ever had?
Lauren.
I'm thinking about the wide receivers from 03 and 04. You have Mark Clayton, Brandon Jones, and Mark Bradley. Our receivers are great right now, but if you think about the 03 and 04, they were more versatile. They had a wider set of skills. They could do more than just catch the ball.
Ooh.
Obviously, Jason White won the Heisman in 2003, and he did it with this team of receivers. They took the Sooners to a Big 12 title, made it to back-to-back national championship game appearances.
They won a few games,
Yeah,
too.
in 2001 to 2004, OU had one of the best 4-year stretches in history with 47 losses and only 47 wins, and only 7 losses. 47 wins.
Look, I get it.
Wins. 7 losses.
I still got to stick with this year's team. I'm going to go with them because nowadays it's more about depth. Bob Stoops talks about it. There's parity everywhere. Look, don't tell me that Justin Brown, Kenny Stills, Sterling Shepard, Trey McTwire, Jalen Saunders, the list goes on and on. All these guys can make all those same plays. They can catch it and they can run. Don't tell me they do more than just catch the ball. You saw Jalen running right behind me. These guys, they have depth and they still have talent, and they're winning games right now. 4 guys in that West Virginia game had over 90 yards, 2 had over 100. Kenny with 4 touchdowns. These receivers are doing nothing but racking up the statistics this year, you guys.
Okay, we might have to ask Blake about that one a little later. All right, Raymond has our third and final topic tonight in honor of our guest. Let's hear it.
So, what is the better touchdown celebration, the Belldozer Choo-Choo or the Aaron Rodgers discount double check?
Nice. Lauren, let's hear it.
Aaron Rodgers discount double check. Come on, guys. That move is epic. It's gone viral. No, I am still winning. It's gone viral. It's all over the nation. And I love when things are in commercials. I think everyone knows that.
She loves commercials. Why not?
So, Blake Bell, you need to get on Aaron Rodgers' level.
Look, I'm going to keep it simple, you guys. I'm going to keep it simple. It's the Belldozer, and if you've been watching, it's not only wildly successful, it's fun to watch. He's in the audience tonight. Look, these guys, every time he gets in the end zone, you pull it in, and it's the choo-choo, and it's not just for him. It's for the offensive line and the fullbacks, helping him earn the tough yards. But Blake Bell, nobody wants to tackle this guy. He's huge. I'm scared of him. He's right over there. Okay? Nobody's going to tackle him. Choo-choo. It's intimidating.
Okay, well, I think we know who Blake thinks won this, but let's ask the audience, shall we? All right, who thought Lauren won tonight? Let's hear it. Oh!
0.
That's a
Zero.
first. No
Nothing.
cheers, Lauren?
Nothing.
Okay, who's going for Drew? Let's hear it. Drew! Running away with this one tonight. Okay, it's time for our Sooner Sports Pad Player of the Week.
Comeback
No
win.
surprise
Like
here.
Landry.
It's the fourth quarter comeback score by the Sooners in West Virginia. Down by 5, fourth down and 3 with under 30 seconds left to play. Landry Jones to Kenny Stills, giving the Sooners the victory over the Mountaineers. Let's let Landry and Kenny tell you.
A fade route to Kenny in the back corner of the end zone, and just kind of saw the corner off a little bit, so I thought he can cross his face and signal a slant route to him, and he did a great job of crossing that guy's face and making a competitive play.
That it's all on him. You know, that last play, he got the protection, he got the ball, and he made the check and put it in my hands. Play actually wasn't even going my way. You know, Landry just was prepared and saw the defense, made a check, and put it in my hands. Feels great. Really just can't wrap any words around it right now. Just blessing, huge blessing.
Coordinator Josh Heupel saying it was his proudest moment as a coach. Okay, time for Tweet of the Week. Coming from former Sooner and current Detroit Lion Travis Lewis. Never doubted our boys. Huge gut check win. Now y'all know what this means. Bedlam. Travis Lewis, your Tweet of the Week. All right, coming up next, we'll hear from the OU rowing team. And a little bit later, the Belldozer himself, Blake Bell, is here in Studio D. You'll want to stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
You're watching Sooner Sports Pad, better than the old Big 8.
Special thanks to our television cornerstone partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, OU Outreach, OU. Special thanks to our television cornerstone partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, OU Outreach, OU President's Associates, and the OU Alumni Association.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. Rowing is a unique sport in that across the country, collegiate programs can be driven by walk-ons. Michael Runyon has the story on the OU rowing novice tryouts.
It starts early in the morning. University of Oklahoma students sweating, straining, at a time when most of their peers are soundly sleeping. There are more than 70 women on the OU roster, including more than 40 this fall who made the Nava squad, sort of the junior varsity of rowing. Many of them have never laid palms on an oar before the semester. What makes the grind worth it?
It's a sport that anybody can do. It's something that you can pick up and you get really close to the other girls around you, and it's just a great sport. I love it.
You really learn a lot about yourself, a lot about discipline, what you can do, your limits, and that really, it's mind over matter. Like, you can make your body do anything you want it to as long as you have that mentality.
This year, the rowing team had so many athletes try to join the team that they had to make cuts before tryouts. Those cuts were based on measurable characteristics of the type you would expect: height, weight, athletic background. Once tryouts began, however, coaches focused on the intangibles as they narrowed down the final roster.
Attitude is one of the big things. I mean, we're not expecting everyone to know, how to do everything. It's just as long as they come in with a positive attitude and kind of like how they work with the kids around them as well.
In just 4 seasons, the young program has made competitive strides. Last spring, the varsity finished second in the Big 12 championships, and this fall, the overall squad strongly competed in 4 events, including an overall victory for the novices at the head of the Colorado. The Sooners are done for this semester, but we'll be back in action again in the spring when they host the OU Invitational in March. Competing in both the Big 12 and Conference USA, the Sooners hope to bring home their first conference title. Michael Runyon, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks, Michael. All right, I believe it's 3rd and short. It's time to bring in the Belldozer. Blake Bell joins us right after this break. The audience has got it down. We'll be right back right after this.
Sooner Sports Pad. See crimson in a whole different color. Sooner Sports Pad. See crimson in a whole different color.
Blake, can I get a mic check, please?
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Good.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Tell me you like
Hi. I love you. Hello. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. All right. Where's that coming from?
Audience, we're going to do another bump in with Lon Kruger. So same thing. Wait till he's done talking.
Sooner Sports Pad. See crimson in a whole different color.
Thank you, Coach Kruger. He has 10 touchdowns in 10 games this season, 23 touchdowns in his 17 games as a Sooner. His 55-yard touchdown against Baylor is the longest by an OU quarterback in the Bob Stoops era. His touchdown against Notre Dame was the first that the Irish defense gave up all season. He is just the 3rd player in Sooner history to score 4 touchdowns or more in a game twice in his career, and he's just a sophomore. Blake Bell, the Belldozer himself, is here in Studio D. He's with Lauren and Drew. Guys,
thanks for being with us, Blake.
No problem. No
All
problem.
Right. So coming out of high school, OU's recruiting you, but you're also getting recruited by a lot of other big-name schools like K-State, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Oregon. What made you choose OU over all those other powerhouses?
It was tough. Being from Kansas, K-State, KU obviously was up there. Even Colorado State, because my dad and my uncle played there, and a lot of people didn't think, I'd be looking at that school, but I did. And but OU, just the tradition here, what Coach Heupel's done with all the quarterbacks, as you see Landry, goes Jason White, Sam Bradford. and just things like that. So I just loved it here when I came here. So.
Well, you had out-of-this-world numbers in high school for running and throwing. When you got to OU, people knew you could run, but who was it that really created the Belldozer?
The coaching staff. They came up one day, I think it was a Wednesday before K-State game last year, and said we had this package, and we put it in. And I mean, I didn't know really, how much we'd use it or if it was going to turn into something like this, but it's been fun since, and credit them for coming up with it.
Yeah, so now the Belldozer is a fan favorite, like instantly after the K-State game, but you're getting criticism from some people saying, "Oh, now he's just a running guy. He can't throw the ball." How do you respond to that?
You don't. You don't. You just wait till I just gotta wait till my time when I can throw, and Landry's that's his. He's the quarterback right now, and that's my job is coming in third and short, goal line, and do my job, and that's it. So. When I get the chance to throw, hopefully I'll show some people that don't think I can throw. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Landry just had another career performance. What's it been like being able to practice and be around someone that's had so much success?
Oh, he's a great guy, and like you said, he's gotten criticism over these last couple years, and Landry's a great guy to learn from, just on the field, in the film room, and things like that. Just how he sees coverages, how he knows the offense so well. He's been here. But learning from a guy like him, I'm just trying to soak it all up before he leaves.
Right. And Landry talks a lot about the expectations that everybody has, especially Sooner fans, on OU quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. As right now you're sort of the heir apparent because he's gone next year and you're the backup. You're assumed the starting job. Are you starting to already kind of feel the pressure of being the quarterback at the University of Oklahoma?
Not really. All I can do is really come out each day and try to get better, and that's what I'm trying to do. And like you said, learning from a guy like Landry every day, it's helping me a lot. Just the way he handles things, even in wins and losses, and just kind of watching and seeing how he handles stuff like that. So.
Great. I think Jessica's got an audience question for us real quick.
Mm-hmm. Isioma has a question for Blake.
Hi. If you didn't play football, what other sport would you play?
That's tough. I'd have to say it's tough.
Wrestling.
It's tough between, I'd say, basketball or baseball. I have to lean towards the baseball. Pitching. Pitcher.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, every week here on Sooner Sports Pad, we like to have a little friendly competition between our hosts and our student athletes that come in here. Matthew picked up the very first victory for the host last week, but I guess he called it quits after one win. So Drew's going to step in tonight and has a challenge for Blake.
Okay.
Drew, what's the challenge tonight?
All right, we got some putt-putt going on. I don't know how good of a golfer you are, Blake, but I haven't done this since I was about 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to see how this goes. Best of 3. You know the rules, right?
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ball in the hole.
We need a
Commentate.
Oh! Wow.
Hey! Look at that. Look what a competitor. This
Yes,
nice
work to
guy. Here we go.
He's practiced all day, and that is the only time he's made it.
Hey.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer.
That's right. I'm better
Better under pressure?
in game. Yeah. Than I.
Oh!
Keeping it close. Okay, let's get one of these over here. Let's get these over here. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Can you do it a second time?
Man, I don't know. I feel like the West Virginia game right now. It's just the last.
He lined
Okay,
up,
here we go.
aimed a little bit to the right.
Oh, we pushed it.
Just a little bit
Do we
short.
leave it? Do we leave it?
Gotta leave it.
Gotta leave it?
Pretty close.
So if he knocks it in, what's the rule,
All right.
Jessica?
If he knocks it in, then he wins.
No, like my ball.
Oh, that doesn't count.
It
You
doesn't
should move
count?
it.
Okay.
Move it out of the way.
You can leave it there. It's fine.
Oh.
Lines up,
Here we go.
and he hits and it is in. He
2 for
drains
2.
it.
That's game,
2
right?
for 2.
Or do I get a chance to? Do I get a rebuttal?
Nope, that's it.
Really
Blake
good game.
wins.
Game.
Blake wins, Drew.
Well played.
Knew
Well
that was
played.
going to happen. He's a golfer, by the way. Okay, thank you, Blake, for joining us. Okay, it's Thanksgiving time, and we all know what comes up the Friday after Thanksgiving, biggest shopping day of the year. So if you're looking for the perfect gift for your favorite Sooner fan, you'll want to be sure and tune in right here on Sooner Sports TV this Black Friday at 10 p.m. We'll bring you the Sooner Holiday Gift Guide. Okay, that is all the time we have here. Thanks again to Blake Bell. Thanks to our crew and to our live audience. Have a very happy Thanksgiving, Sooner Nation.